it's Vicky here from Crafty Heaven, and thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this adorable pinwheel card, and as you can see I've used the CareBears collection from Craft Stash. This isn't the newest one, this is the first one that they brought out, which is still available, and I will show you the collection in just a second. But there is also a second one that has just been released, which I have ordered, and it will be coming soon, so I'll share that with you later in a few weeks. So this is the pinwheel, and it's so easy to make, and as you can see I've just decorated it with some of the ephemera. Then we've got the beautiful paper. So this is the one that we're making today, and then this was my sample that I did where I was having a play, and the only difference with this one is I didn't add the foil cardstock behind that pattern paper because I forgot. And this blue cardstock has this floral embossing on it, whereas this one has the stars on it. So it is a 6 1/8 of an inch card, and inside each one we have these beautiful ribbon borders here. So let me quickly show you the collection that we'll be using, and then we can get on with the tutorial. This collection that I've got is the Hearts and Flowers collection, I think it's called. So you get the A5 stamp and die set, you get the 6x6 foiled background papers, the A5 foiled ribbons, the A5 mini foiled toppers, and also the ephemera pack if you are not into colouring your images. So for the card base you'll need a 6 1/4 inch squared card base, so I've got that in the white. I've got some silver mirror card that is 6 1/8 of an inch squared, and then I've got my pattern paper that is 6 inches squared. So I've stuck them all on the front ready, and then on the inside I've got a piece of lilac card that is 6 1/8 of an inch, and then some white card that is 6 inches, and then I've got this cute ribbon border along the bottom here. On this one I added the CareBears, and I just think they're so adorable. It just finishes your card off beautifully. I got a piece of blue card, and this is 3 1/2 inch squared, and I've actually embossed it, and for that I've used a Creative Craft products. So for this one I've used the Falling Stars A2 embossing folder, but then for the other one I used the Falling Flowers embossing folder. Okay, so this is going to get glued on the top of the card here. Okay, then I've got a piece of mirror card, and this is 3 1/8 of an inch squared, and I'm going to turn that so the points are at the top, bottom and on the sides, and I'm going to place that on top of that blue one there. Then I've got the patterned paper, and this is 3 inch squared, and that one will get glued on top of the mirror. Before we stick this one down we actually need to score that, but I am going to stick these two down first. So there we go, so that's them stuck down. Then we're going to score this piece like I said, and we're going to just lightly score it because you don't want to rip the paper, and we're just going to score at 1 1/2. Okay, and then rotate and score at 1 1/2. Now you don't want to fold on these score lines. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. Let me see if I can you see there the score lines? And also here, these are just our guidelines, so you don't want to fold this at all. So these score lines are going to be our guidelines for our pinwheel to be able to line up. So put that to one side for the minute. Then you're going to need some paper. So for the pinwheel I've actually used, I'm just going to bring it in here, I've used the 135 GSM coloured paper, and this is from Lidl. So you're going to need 2 pieces of the paper that are 2 inches squared, and we're going to cut each of them at a diagonal, so then you get the 2 triangles. So I've done this one already, so I'm just going to grab this one, and I'm going to grab my paper trimmer, and we're just going to cut from this point here to here. Then you just want to curve with your finger one side of the triangles, so then that will be easier for it to fold. Okay, and we're going to fold these all exactly the same. So we're going to have the longer side to the left and this point to the right, and then the section that you've curved with your finger, you're going to fold that point and line it up with this point here. Okay, so you just got to fold it over. Don't press it because you want it to have that curve to it. Okay, so can you see what I've done? And then we're just going to add a bit of glue onto there, and then just fold that over. I've probably added a bit too much there, but it doesn't matter because you're not going to see this. And then just hold that in place, and then again you're going to do the same. So you're going to have this long edge to the left and then this point to the right, and then this one will get folded over and line up with that point there, and then we're going to glue that into place. Okay, and then you're going to do exactly the same to the other. I've done them, I've zoomed in so hopefully you can see. So where we've added those score lines, this is going to be our guideline to add our pinwheel. So we're going to get our first one, and we're going to line up the long edge with this first score line here, and also this point here is going to just line up with that center mark there. So all I'm going to do is just add glue to the back, them up with that score lines, so it's lined up with this score line here, and then it's lined up with this score line here. Okay, and then just hold that into place. You're going to get your second one. This long edge here is going to line up with this score line here, and then this bottom one here will line up with this score line going across here. Okay, we're going to get our next one, and this one, the long edge here will line up with that score line, and then this one will line up with that one, and then we're going to glue that in place, and then this one will go on to there, and then you can see the pinwheel forming together. So go ahead and glue them down. There we go. How easy was that? And then all we're going to do is we're going to add this birthday cake into the center with some foam tape. But first of all, I'm going to glue this down onto here. So I'm just going to add some liquid glue and stick that down. That cake, I added about 3 layers of small foam pads to the back of that cake, just so then it pops up, and then all we need to do is just decorate it. Added foam tape to the back, so I'm going to glue that one down. Then I've got the sun, and I'm going to add that with the foam pad there, like so. I've got these stars, I'm going to add a foam pad, and I've got a foam pad on there. I'm going to place that in the corner, and then I'm going to add my sentiment just peeking from behind that cloud. And then just to finish the pinwheel off, I'm going to add some star sequins. There we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and like I said, it was so easy to put together, and you can make so many of these pinwheels up in no time and just add them to your cards. and I just love this CareBear collection, and I can't wait to play with the new one. So as always, products will be listed down below if you want to go and get your hands on this gorgeous collection. If you enjoyed this video, then please give me a big thumbs up. Please continue to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button. Till next time guys, take care. Bye.